You find the beauty in ordinary things.
Okay, yeah, that placement. You find the beauty in ordinary
Do not
things.
lose this ability. I found this quote and it just stuck with me. Like, I really like it. And it's because I feel like as we grow older, we often lose sight of the magical aspects to life. It gets dreadful and you can't see the same beauty you once did when you were 5 years old collecting caterpillars, so curious and in awe of everything around you. It's almost like everything turns gray. I'm obviously not saying this is every single person, but I'd consider you pretty lucky if you were someone that could still see the world in that way.
What the nut? Get out of here, you foul beast.
Oh boy. Hi guys, let's make some art. I've never used a pottery wheel before, so this will definitely be interesting. I didn't even take pottery in high school. I don't know what my fascination with it is. I think I just love other people's art, so I want to try to make my own. Oh gosh, I'm a little nervous. Sponge. This thing I'm assuming is for smoothing it out. All of these interesting tools that I don't think I'll use. Definitely not all of them. These are kind of scary. Like, why is this so sharp? Maybe I should get some water on it. So I want to talk about a few things, like just like my own experiences and stuff that like I'm like genuinely really passionate about. How do I do this thing? I need to get going. I've always been a person to look deeper than the surface on things. Like, I look way too into everything that surrounds me. A tree isn't just a tree. It's this beautiful, tall, living thing that gives us clean air. Like, a cup of coffee isn't just a cup of coffee. It's the smell that would travel around your childhood home every single morning. Whoa. Well, that's gonna come in handy when I actually know how to work it. I probably should have done some research before I started. When you can see the world in this kind of light, it makes you appreciate everything. And it's such a simple mindset, but unfortunately, like, people don't think that way. Everyone definitely can, but they don't. To a lot of people, life just becomes a routine. Every day looks the same and it's boring. But it's actually not. I do the same thing every day. Like, I have a pretty laid out routine and I get stuck, I get bored, I get depressed. But when you can observe the world in a deeper way and allow yourself to breathe, everything becomes a lot lighter because you're not so focused on what is making you feel this way. And you're allowed to just be present and like in the moment. I'm obviously no therapist, no professional of any sort, but I do think this is something that is worth thinking about. Let's try the sponge. Why can't my pottery just work? We're almost like McDonald's. Like, it was fun and it was bright. Now look at it. It's a gray building. What happened to it, you know? Last year or so, I was a kindergarten para, and it's just crazy because I learned so much from them, like about life and stuff. Okay, I need to fix the shape of this thing. They were so full of light and just like hope, and everything was exciting to them. And to think like that was us.
Can I get one? Yeah. Woohoo, look at that.
The smallest things used to mean so much to us, like climbing trees, running around barefoot, holidays, rain, snow. Everything was like a really big deal and it was exciting. And then as we get older, it's like, we don't care anymore. Well, we do care, it's just that there's just so many other things to worry about. And I think that we just have to stop worrying so much. Why does this kind of look like a big ball of ugh? Having to do adult things and trying to figure everything out is scary. But you don't have to figure everything out right now. What I think you have to do is appreciate where you are, what you have, and remember who you were. Like your true, authentic self, who was in awe of everything around them, even when it's as small as a lightning bug. I was fortunate enough to have parents who would set such a good example for me. Like truly, they're so young at heart. They're happy just doing things like getting pops together, going walks together, sitting outside together. And if there's music playing, they're most definitely dancing to it. Like to me, they really are the goal. It's now 2024, so I'm kind of taking a different approach at it this year. I don't want to look at it like new year, new me. I really want to like get down and find my raw, authentic self and make it new year, old me. Because I want to find like that inner child that I had and appreciate things the way I used to. And I think a lot of people would be happier if they could do that.
Throughout our lives, we get programmed by every little moment. We become who the world told us to be, leaving us wondering, who are we? But the steps to discover that is awareness, separation, and reprogramming. I'm still learning to do this myself, break down everything I've been through in my life, dissect it, and create space for myself to redirect my attention to the things that used to bring me happiness. I like to sit outside and soak in every feeling and every sound. It really comes down to romanticizing your surroundings and your life. And for anyone who's also on this journey, I hope you can clear your mind and rediscover the inner child you once had. When you do this, a cup of coffee won't seem so basic anymore. It'll feel a little more like the mornings waking up in your childhood home. I probably should have waited a little longer to paint it.